Thank you so much. It's a treat. It's a real gift to celebrate our beloved together. And I'm so happy to have Cliff joining me.
Chair Baba.
I would love to ask everybody to sing along. Of course, it makes it easier that we're all muted, except I guess for me and Cliff, so that people can, sing along, because that's something I love to do, is have choirs and people singing together. So I'd love to start with a couple of spirituals. These are very dear to my soul, and I love a cappella singing. And America has such a very rich African American and white Anglo-Saxon, Scots-Irish tradition. These beautiful folk traditions have given such beautiful music to this land. So this is one of my favorites. Originally taught to me this way by Miss Mary Benjamin outside of Sumter in 1987. So please join me once you get the hang of it. Thank you, Baba. Mm-hmm. Come by here, dear Lord, come by here. Come by here, dear Lord, come by here. Come by here, dear Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Somebody's singing, Lord, come by here. Somebody's singing, Lord, come by here. Somebody's singing, Lord, come by here. Oh, Lord, come by here. And somebody's praying, Lord, come by here. Somebody's praying, Lord, come by here. Somebody's praying, Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. And somebody needs you, Lord, come by here. Somebody needs you, Lord, come by here. Somebody needs you, Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. So come by here, dear Lord, come by here. Come by here, dear Lord, come by here. Come by here, dear Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here.
Chair Baba. Hey, Cathy, maybe you could make a gallery view so you can see everybody.
Oh, gallery view. That would be very nice. That song really is so powerful to me. So how do I get this out of here? Oh, woohoo. That's not what I want. Sorry. Gallery view. Aha. Oh, how marvelous. Thank you. That's a treat. All the way to South Carolina, all the way home, we would sing every summer. And one of the songs, of course, was He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. And I just thought, of course, you all know, I'm sure, that Baba asked that it was sung in the barn. Leonard Willoughby sang He's Got the Whole World. So that was wonderful to hear that. Okay. This is my version, the Zoom latest version. He's got the whole world in his hands, whole world in his hands, whole world in his hands, whole world in his hands. He's got all the Zoomers, early and late bloomers. He's even got conspicuous consumers. The whole world in his hands. Whole world
In his hands.
Whole world
In his hands.
He's got the whole world
In
the whole world in his hand. Be you names or full faces, in his hands we're all on first name basis. The worldwide Zoom he graces.
In his hands.
He got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world
In his hands.
He's got the whole world
In his hands.
whole wide world.
In his hands.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. I had fun with that.
Jay Baba.
What about you and me, baby?
What's that?
What about you and me, baby?
Oh, he's got you and me, baby. Yeah. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. You and me,
Baba.
Baba. In his
His
hands,
hands.
he's got you and me,
Baba. In his hands.
You and me,
Baba. In his hands.
got the
Whole
whole world.
world in his hands.
Woo-hoo.
Jay Baba.
Talking about traveling, you know, people moving from here to there and remembering the trip south and singing all the way. I learned this spiritual from another woman outside of Sumter. It's called I Look Down the Road. I looked down the road and I started. Yes, I started. Yes, I started. I looked down the road and I started. I'm a long ways from home. I didn't look back and I started. Yes, I started. Yes, I started. I didn't look back and I started. I'm a long ways from home. So I called to my sisters and I started. Yes, I started. Yes, I started. I called to my brothers. I started. I'm a long ways from home. We didn't look back and we started. Yes, we started. Yes, we started. We didn't look back when we started. We're a long ways from home. We found Mayor Baba and we started. He found us, then we started. We have Mayor Baba and we've started. Now we're closer to his home. So I looked down the road and I started. Yes, I started. Yes, I started. I looked down the road, I started. Yes, we're closer now to home. Mm-hmm.
Jay Baba.
This sweet woman said that her son had become a minister. He had moved up to Washington, D.C. area, and every time he would come home for holidays, he would sing that song as he was driving back to South Carolina. So that was kind of a nice image I remember when I sing that song. A wonderful Christmas spiritual that I learned, I think I was a young teen and I had an Odetta record and I just loved Odetta and I loved her voice. And there was a fabulous spiritual, What Month Was Jesus Born In? And I just fell in love with it. I was actually so fortunate to go to a live Odetta concert and go backstage and meet her and ask her if she would sing it, which she did. So that was a high point of my teenage years. Let's see. So I'd love to sing it, and I've asked Betty to put the words up if anybody wants to sing along once they get the hang of it. So this is called What Month Was Jesus Born In? And of course,
In the
What's
chat.
that?
The words are in the chat.
Oh, I see. Good. As you know, the slaves were not allowed to be educated, and so they would make up songs so that the adults could teach the children, and this song taught the children the months of the year. So this was a way of getting around the prohibition against education. What month was Jesus born in? Last month in the year. What month was Jesus born in? Last month of the year. Well, you got January, February, March, oh Lord. You got April, May, June, Lord. July, August, September. You got October, Lordy, November. You got the 25th, the day of December, and it's the last month of the year. They laid him in an ox cart manger. Last month of the year. They laid him in an ox cart manger. Last month of the year. Well, you got January, February, March, oh Lord. You got April, May, June, Lord. You got July, August, September. You got October, Lordy, November. You got the 25th, the day of December, and it's the last month of the year. They called him King of Kings. Last month of the year. They called him King of Kings. Last month of the year. Well, you've got January, February, March, Lord. You got April, May, June, Lord. You got July, August, September. You got October, Lordy, November. You got the 25th day of December, and it's the last month of the year. I hope some of you sang along as you got the hang of it. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs. Now, when Tom and I moved back to Myrtle Beach, I reconnected with a fabulous African-American woman called Donis Kinder, whom I had known in my earlier years of living in Myrtle in the 70s and 80s. Donis was an extraordinary woman who really was a tremendous influence in the Myrtle Beach community. She put together all the programming for the Canal Street Rec Center. She was a real, she brought people together in the black and the white communities, and she was very special. So I would go with Bobby Bernstein, who knew her well, and we would go visit her. And one day I asked her about this song, and she got this faraway look, and she said, I knew that song when I was a child. I haven't heard that song. I haven't sung that since she was a child. And she slowly remembered it, which was a slightly different version, as all folk music sometimes is. And so I came back with Robin Vogel a few days later, and we recorded Donis and a friend singing her version of this song. And oh, okay, so I'm going to carry on. And once again, please, everybody, if you know the songs, I'm so happy for you to join. This is one of my favorite old songs from the 70s and 80s. Darrell Smith. Dark clouds are hanging over. One day it's gonna rain. Dark clouds are hanging over. Oh Lord, when will you come again? Sing a song of praise for the beloved. Keep his name ever on your lips. Sing the song of praise for the beloved. His name alone will set you free. His name alone Baba. This last, let's see, I don't know, let's say week and a half, 2 weeks has been very poignant for me because, as I'm sure many of you know, Kitty Davy passed December 3rd, 91, and Elizabeth died December 6th in 1980, of course, 11 years earlier, but just I remember them on that day, those days of their passing, December 3rd, December 6th. And I'd love to, in memory of Elizabeth and Kitty, I was happy to think about this song that I'd love to sing that was sung at the Methodist Church downtown by an assistant minister one Sunday when I brought Elizabeth to church. I would take her to church on Sundays downtown at the United Methodist Church, and one day this young assistant minister got up and sang this song. Of course, the chorus is, "Why don't you sing along?" And I'm sure I was the only other one that knew the song, so I was trying not to sing as the minister sang this. But Elizabeth heard me humming, and on the way home asked me if I would sing it, and then ever after that, it was just a wonderful connection that sometimes when I'd be working at Dilruba, she would call me in from the kitchen and have me sing Song of the Soul. Open mine eyes that I might see visions of truth thou hast for me. Open mine eyes, illumine me, Spirit divine. Love of my life, I am sighing, I am not crying, I am dancing along in the madness. There is no sadness, only the song of the soul. Let's sing this song. Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Come to your life like a warrior, nothing will bore you. You can be happy. Let in the light, it will heal you, and you can feel you, and sing out the song of the soul. Let's sing this song. Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Come to your life like a warrior, nothing will bore you. You can be happy. Let in the light, it will heal you, and you can feel you. Sing out the song of the soul. Let's sing this song. Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. And we can sing for a long, long time. That is so wonderful. Oh, thank you, Baba. That was really I was just thinking about this the other day, as I was about to write somebody about the. There was a term about the community. The original term, way back in the early 70s, was the off-center community. And I remember Elizabeth engaged me in conversation when I said something about the off-center community, and she said, I think we should change that. That sounds a little like people are not quite right.
On.
Not quite. Yeah.
Wrapped too tight.
Wrapped too tight. So she came up with the term the nearby community. She, thought of a couple different phrases. And so the, what was it again? The off-center, became the nearby community, which is much a safer terminology for those of us living nearby. Oh, this is another song I'd love to share. When we would go to Darwin and Jean's up in Schenectady when I was living in New York, and I think Darwin and Jean must have given me a book of Jean Foster's poems. She had been going to their meetings, and this poem particularly resonated, and I set it to music. It's called I Am the Christ That Lives in You. I am the Christ that lives in you, and you will always be mine. You have climbed every step of the weary path with the Master who is divine, divine. You say at last you have found the truth. Why should it be so late? Unseeing you passed me 1,000 times while I waited beside your gate. I am the Christ that lives in you, and you will always be mine. You have climbed every step of the weary path with the Master who is divine, divine. You think that now you may earn my grace, child, no, this is true. Throughout endless ages and eons, my grace has been with you. I am the Christ that lives in you, and you will always be mine. You have climbed every step of the weary path with a Master who is divine, divine. Your heart is glad that the time has come when my love-filled eyes you'll meet. Do you not know you have always been sitting close at my feet? I am the Christ that lives in you, and you will always be mine. You have climbed every step of the weary path with the Master who is divine. You have climbed every step of the weary path with a Master who is divine, divine. Those words are so beautiful.
Angela suggested we turn down the
Oh,
gain
turn
a
it
little
down.
bit.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you. Isn't it wonderful to have a percussionist and a sound man right in your own living room? This is great.
It's great to hear from the folks out there how it's sounding.
Oh, that was sounding, yes. Thank you. Okay. I would love to, somehow I always feel like I want to include Mara in my programs because she was so important in my life. And being back in South Carolina is especially meaningful. I've shared this before, but I just love to think about it again, that my mom was from South Carolina and her dad taught at Coker College, which is not too far from here in Hartsville. And he had a poetry student who basically fell madly in love with my granddad. Her professor wrote a book of poems under his tutelage with his help. Years later, I went out to the big old home that's in my mom's family about 2 hours west of here, and Bob Brown was with me, and Ralph Jackson. The three of us had gone out, and Bob took this little poetry book out of my granddad's study, and these words flew off the page. He went home and set two of these poems to music, merging them into one song, and Mara loved this song very much. So it has twice as meaningful because it was a family connection and a Mara and Baba connection. I envy every grain of sand your foot has trod upon, every shoulder that your hand has lightly rested on, every word your hands have formed, every flower your kiss has warmed, but most of all your dear delight, the stars that shine for you at night, for you at night. Oh, my life, I try to keep something lovely, something deep in my soul for you to see. If ever you should look at me, but I faltered at your gaze, blushed, turned aside my face. All the beauty that I knew was the beauty that is you. Try to keep something lovely, something deep in my soul for you to see. If ever you should look at me, but I faltered at your gaze, blushed, turned aside my face, for all the beauty that I knew was the beauty that is you. Meherba, meherba, meherba. I shared the story that when we going to record that song, we wrote to the woman who had since, my granddad was, married, and she married somebody else, and she was somewhere that we found her and asked her permission to use the lyrics. And in talking about how beautiful those words were in the song, made us so happy. We told her about Meher Baba, so through her devoted love for my grandfather. She heard about Meher Baba, and she wrote back, the poetess, and said, "I hope that you all change the world and make it a better place," which was a very nice kind of a rounding of a circle for her and for me too. So Meera bhajans were some of Meera's favorite and Baba's favorites, and I would like to share one that Meera taught me. And the words say, Meera has gone mad in her love for Krishna. What can I do? So Meera is, of course, writing this. Meera has gone mad, so what can I do? She plays her drums in the temple, and in the rhythm of the drums, she takes Krishna's name. Woo, woo, woo. The pot has broken. The water is spilling out. The swan has flown away. In the temple, Meera sings her beloved's name. In the marketplace, her voice is heard. At her Lord's feet, Meera is queen. Meera ho gai divani, vai kai sikrure. Meera ho gai divani, vai kai sikrure. Apne mandir mein dholka bajave, apne mandir mein dholka bajave. Dholke ke nar mein meher na magave. Dholke ke nar mein meher na magave, vai kai sikrure. Meera ho gai divani, vai kai sikrure. Meera ho gai divani, kai sikrure. Gaya kulsa, ichud gaya pani. Ut gaya chulsa, bikar gaya pani. Ut gaya hansa, bikaya biragi. Ut gaya hansa, bikaya biragi. Vai kai sikrure. Meera ho gai divani, vai kai sikrure. Meera ho gai divani, kai sikrure. Atta bazaar mein Meera ki bani, atta bazaar mein Meera ki bani. Sadguru ke charanon mein Meera bai rani, Sadguru ke charanon mein Meera bai rani. Vai kai sikrure. Meera ho gai divani, vai kai sikrure. Meera ho gai divani, vai kai sikrure. That second verse about the symbolism of the pot has spilled and the water has spilled out, the swan has flown away, which I feel might be a symbol of her achieving God realization. I don't know, but it feels like, she's broken through the illusion to the reality. So whenever I break something, instead of feeling sad, I try to think there may be something good about it. Something else is happening. I think what I would love to do next is play you a Rumi song that I have a very happy remembrance of, because I was in India with Ella Marks, and I persuaded her. She was long since retired from dancing, but I persuaded her to dance this in Mandalay Hall while I sang, and she was so graceful, and it was such a wonderful blessing for both of us. And this is a setting of a Rumi poem. Dance if you're broken open. Dance if you've torn the bandage off. Dance in the middle of the fighting. Dance in your blood. Dance when you're perfectly free. Dance when you're perfectly free. Dance when you're perfectly free. Struck the dancers, hear the tambourine inside them. Maybe you don't hear the tambourine inside you, or the leaves clapping time. Close the ears on your head that listen mostly to lies. There are other things to see and hear inside you. Paradise. So dance if you're broken open. Dance if you've torn the bandage off. Dance in the middle of the fighting. Dance in your blood. Dance when you're perfectly free. Dance when you're perfectly free. Dance when you're perfectly free. We are fed and refreshed by that music. As an infant at the breast, drink that tambourine inside you, inside your chest. Seekers hear that tambourine inside you. It's sparkling gold, there's dance music and a brilliant city inside you, inside your soul. So dance if you're broken open. Dance if you've torn the bandage off. Dance in the middle of the fighting. Dance in your blood. Dance when you're perfectly free. 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 This beautiful, fabulous poem by Frances Brabazon called Christmas Greeting was very, powerful and spoke deeply to my friend Annie Weld Bell, who told me about Baba, was my Baba connection. And a little while before she passed, in 2004, she asked if I would set this to music. And I'd like to sing this song, this setting of Frances Brabazon's poem called Christmas Greeting. Baby, I hope it's not going to be too loud. Dear Christ, upon this hallowed morn, let all men weep that you were born upon this earth that's thought so fair. That's but the cross which you must bear. That's but the cross which you must bear. The beauty of the budding rose, the lovely diamonds of the dew, proclaim not but the pain you chose, that you might one day, that we might one day live as you, that we might one day live as you. All lovers' speech, all infants cry, all sick beds sweat, and dying moan, is you in us, that we might die to us and live as you alone, to us and live as you alone. So brothers, sisters, lift our hands and pledge our souls in holy band to labor for him throughout the lands, till earth itself in Christhood stands, till earth itself in Christhood stands. May hair upon this hallowed morn, let all men weep that you were born upon this earth that's thought so fair. That's but the cross which you must bear. That's but the cross which you must bear. That's but the cross which you must bear. I'm feeling like I would love to sing a song that would hopefully be a sing-along for all of you to join in on wherever you are. And it's called Ancient One. It's been sung a lot by the choirs, the different choirs that I've been involved with. And there is a nice repetitive, there's a repetitive chant that goes like this. And I think, Betty, do you have the, I think you have, I sent you the lyrics of it. So if everybody would like to sing, the easiest part would be Zoroaster, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed, Meher Baba. Zoroaster, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed, Meher Baba. Zoroaster, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed, Meher Baba. Keep it up. Krishna,
Jesus, Muhammad,
ancient one, I hear you calling. Ancient one, I hear your song. Ancient one, I feel your silence. Ancient one, I feel your love.
Jesus, Muhammad,
Zoroaster, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed. Zoroaster, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed. Ancient one, I hear you calling. Ancient one, I hear your song. Ancient one, I feel your silence. Ancient one, I feel your love. Zoroaster, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed. Zoroaster, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed. Thank you very much. That was a wonderful opportunity to share some music with you tonight. Thank you. Thank you, Betty, for hostess with the mostest.
Thank you, Cathy. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
You sing so beautifully, Cathy.
I hope I hoped you were all singing along.
Yes, I was.
Oh, good. Oh. Yeah, it's so nice to have a choir member here. Percussionist, choir member, sound all together.
On the job training.
Not only can he play the drums, but he can sing.
I know.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Jay Baba.
Oh, what a treat. Thank you so much for
Fabulous. Christmas
Thank
is here. Christmas has arrived.
Ho, ho, ho.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful, Cathy.
Thank you, Cathy.
Thank you, Jay Baba. Mwah.
Jay Baba.
Thank you, Cliff.
Ah,
You wouldn't happen to have an encore in your pocket, would you, Cathy?
well, what?
She does I Am a Moth.
I Am a Moth. Should we do I Am a Moth?
One of her hits.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, I'm off. Yay.
Uh-huh. This is mostly Baba's words, some of Bao's words from Meher Sarod. I am a moth, madly attracted to the light of your silence. I am a moth, madly attracted to the light of your silence. But you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself and die. But you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself and die. What a light there is in your apparent silence. All words are nothing but shadows before it. What a light there is in your apparent silence. All words are nothing but shadows before it. I am a moth, madly attracted to the light of your silence. I am a moth, madly attracted to the light of your silence. But you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself and die. But you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself and die. Oh, Saki, why is your wine shop closed when I'm dying of thirst? Do you think I can pay the price of even a drop? I have collapsed at your doorstep from a thirst that's consumed me. It is too great to be quenched even by the ocean of my tears. I am a moth, madly attracted to the light of your silence. I am a moth, madly attracted to the light of your silence. Oh, you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself and die. Oh, you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself and die. Oh, seeker, the ash from the fire of his love weeps for union. but he is stone-hearted, and he won't shed his grace. Oh, mayhap I am disgusted with this life. In your love, my every breath sighs with pain. I am a moth, madly attracted to the light of your silence. I am a moth, madly attracted to the light of your silence. But you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself enough. But you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself and die. Oh, you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself and die. But you've hidden it. I cannot burn myself and die.
Avatar, Meher Baba Ki Jai.
Avatar.
Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avatar, Meher Baba Ki Jai. Jai Baba.
Baba, thank you.
Hey, Baba.
What a treat. What a treat. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Cliff.
Happy.
Thank you, Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Beautiful. It was beautiful. Thank you.
No, I could see a lot of you singing, and it looked great. All those happy mouths.
Instead of eating holiday cookies, they're using
singing.
their mouths in a different way.
Yes.